Where's your list, Joseph?
My phone.
You do the intro this time. You gotta train. Do it! Get off Twitter!
They're roasting Sam Smith.
Good. Clock's ticking, Playboy.
Oh, we're starting. Hi.
Ranking every Taylor Swift song on midnight, including the 3 a.m.
3 a.m. edition tracks.
Not ranking every Taylor Swift song. That's like 100 songs, and I don't have time for that.
Like
but
200.
We're gonna start at a tenth of that, which is 20 songs. Ooh, is this 20 songs? This album?
20 songs, yeah.
20 songs.
21 if
ranking.
you want to include the Target exclusive track.
Are we including that?
No.
Okay.
I know you didn't listen to it. I did. It's really good.
This album we listened to, right? And now we had
did.
some time to marinate over everything. We have some more thoughts, some extended thoughts, and we listened to the 3 a.m. edition. It's time to rank them all from the absolute bottom of the barrel to a
the
pretty
top
good song.
Of the Eiffel Tower.
Now, let me say too, there's going to be a worse song on here, but that doesn't entirely mean it's a bad
I don't
song.
think any of the songs on Midnights are necessarily bad. There are just some that are better
than others.
So with that being said, I'm going to start it off with my first song. I think the weakest track on Midnights is Glitch. It's my number 20 slot. I think Glitch is really cute. I just think of all the songs on Midnights, it's the least midnighty. I feel like it's just a regular schmegular love song. Feels like it slot right into the back end of Lover. Love it. Don't hate it. Just doesn't fit for me.
For my last song, guess. Because it's not Glitch.
Is it High Infidelity?
No. It is Vigilante shit. Now, it is Vigilante shit because I've never bought her as, like, kind of bad and scary like this, like how the instrumental makes her sound. I think that is cool, and that the lyrics are cool with her talking about, what is it? Scooter Braun, wife. I do like what she's saying there and everything, but I've never bought her being this kind of the bad girl, scary like this. I always thought that she's scarier on something like All Too Well, where she's using her words and her intellect as like a weapon here, rather than this where she sounds like she's threatening someone. It's hard for me to buy something like that, and I'm never gonna go out and be like, time for me to go out and listen to Vigilante shit. 19.
You can go first this time.
19 for me is actually Karma. Yeah, and let me tell you why. I feel like the song could be like a minute shorter there.
It's already
so
short. What do you want, a 2-minute song?
Yes, I feel like you guys like it right now because it's stuck in your head, but in a week from now you're not gonna like it.
No, I actually thought about this. I didn't like Karma.
That doesn't have anything that is there for me, and I know what she's trying to say there, but I got the point like 90 seconds in. I would want her like a SoundCloud ski mask type song. It's like, next song.
My 19th track is Paris. Paris is cute. But again, Paris is just another song where I'm like, it's kind of midnightsy, not like it is, but it's not. Again, it feels like another back-end track you'd find on the latter half of Lover, and if you think that is better than Karma, comment section, take it away.
I think that it's a lot better than Karma, and it sounds like a Carly Rae song.
Oh, Jesus.
And I like how the verses sound on this. I really like Paris a lot. I think Paris is underrated. I think Paris is a lot of fun.
It's a good song, yeah. Like I said, there's no bad songs here. It's just
Backpedal.
There are some that are better
Put
than
it
the
in
others.
reverse, Terry.
All right, 18.
18 for me is Glitch.
Glitch
I'm just gonna repeat kind of what you said there. I don't feel much in the song too much. It's inoffensive, but it just sounds like kind of a
Glitch is better than Karma, guys. Well, my 18th track is Dear Reader.
Mm.
I think Dear Reader's cute. It's a good ending for a deluxe edition. I would call it like a Mastermind Part 2. It's like the little bow that goes at the end of the album where it's kind of like we wrap up. I'd say it's maybe one of the most midnightsy tracks on the album. It sounds like a late night thought process. It sounds like purpley and nighttimey, and I like that.
I'm gonna echo that by saying my next 117 is Dear Reader. I agree with everything you're saying there. Dear Reader is fine, it's not bad, but it does sound like the ending of a deluxe album.
Yeah, like it's good. At least it's not like a random, like imagine Glitch closed like the album, like that'd be weird. So Dear Reader is like a nice kiss off to the Midnights album. My 17 was Sweet Nothing. I like Sweet Nothing. I think it's really nice. Again, I just think there are stronger songs on the album. I think it's really cute, like the Pebble line.
It feels like it's her and her man's song and everything. It's not really trying to be anything more than that.
Yeah.
I get a little more from the sweetness and everything, so I have it a little higher, but I'm not mad with it being that low. 16 for me is Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda. This one is fine too. Honestly, after a couple listens, it still is not as memorable as other tracks. I don't think that
this is why you need the Swiftie lore when you listen to these tracks.
This is the John Mayer one.
This is the John Mayer one.
I understand that.
There are people on Twitter, and I mean this, there are people saying, like, this is giving All Too Well a run for its money for her best song. I think that is in part due to the shock value of a track like this coming out right now.
Yeah.
That's definitely a big part of it, because I do not think it's her best song, nowhere near it. It is good, though, and I understand why you put it there. My 16 is Vigilante shit. Again, like, this bottom of the barrel type of part of the ranking is, like, the songs are good, but they're not phenomenal. I will listen to Vigilante shit. Like, it comes up in the album, and I'm like...
I want to talk again about Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda again, because I do think that there's a lot of weight with that track, but I feel like taking away the clout and being like, this is a person we know, and just listening to her words, they're still good, but they don't give as much weight as what they're saying. Like, she's thinking about that and everything.
Yes, I
but,
see what you mean.
I
think Would've, Could've, Should've would actually fit really well on Evermore or Speak Now.
15. High Infidelity.
I have Bigger Than the Whole Sky.
Whoa. Every time I say whoa, that means something.
I know.
High Infidelity is a deluxe track, and it's there. High Infidelity rates are high.
So I chose Bigger Than the Whole Sky for my number 15 slot because although I think it's a beautiful song, great songwriting, production's a little slow, it sounds like it could slap onto Folklore Evermore, which is why I love it. Again, like I said, it's the same scenario for most of these songs. They're good, but there are stronger tracks on the album.
The reason you said that it sounds like it could be on Folklore Evermore, that's why I like that's why I like it so much.
The guy that produced Folklore produced that song.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I really like that song. It's up there for me. High Infidelity, I kind of I'm not gonna lie, you don't need to go about life with this song. You
don't have to have points to live. As long as you're good, it doesn't matter.
And speaking of High Infidelity, that's my number 14. I really like High Infidelity, actually. It's one of my favorite bonus tracks. There are a lot of little earworms in that one. I've had Do You Really Want to Know Where I Was April 29th stuck in my head. I don't know why.
Oh, it's
but
that
one
it's
line.
Song.
Yeah, it's the one about
I
cheating.
Didn't forget about it.
The
song's cool. The song.
Yeah, it's fun. It does what it's got to do.
Number 14 for me was Sweet Nothing.
Okay.
I just kind of echoed what you said. It's sweet. I like it. It just, at points, it's like a little more for me than other tracks. So it makes me feel a little more than the tracks below it. 13 is Bejeweled.
Oh, I'm hoping at some point in this list, like, we both have the same song for the same number.
Yeah. Bejeweled is cool. It's fun. It's snazzy and everything. But for a song that has what? What's the best Taylor Swift song on the album?
Midnights?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to any.
Get out. Get out. Goodbye, Erin. She's a sweetheart.
Bejeweled sounds fun and it's like pinky and it's like, but for a song like that, that's just like, I'm cool, I'm going out. I want a little more out of the production.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the only thing that I want from that song. And it still sounds fine, but I need a little more.
My number 13 is The Great War. A lot of my bonus tracks kind of slither down towards the bottom. Just because I love the standard edition so much, I think every song has its rightful place in the standard. The Great War is so good. The Great War reminds me of like Red, Taylor's version Volt track, or even like an Evermore deep cut. And I love both of those albums. They're my top 5 Taylor albums. I have this theory. Everybody's talking about like companion songs that like Taylor has like that connect to each other from past albums. So my theory is that The Great War would connect to Marjorie from Evermore. Or not our Marjorie. The Great War would connect to Epiphany from Folklore, because Epiphany is all about her grandfather going to war and, you know, how terrible that was for him. And I think an interesting perspective, if, you know, we're still rocking with the she writes stories about other people, not just herself, it would be interesting to listen to The Great War from the perspective that was maybe her grandmother up at midnights waiting for her husband to return from war. You know, God willing, he got back home safely. And I think that's a really interesting perspective to listen to that song from.
Number 12 for me is Lavender Haze.
Okay.
So Lavender Haze is just kind of their introduction into the album, but as we listened to it, both were just like, okay, that's cool. It like got us ready for the album, but it didn't hit anything too hard. It wasn't like the songs right after it. It like introduces you into the album. It's good at like creating a world, and it does its job very well.
Yes, my number 12 is Question. I like Question. I think it's my least favorite poppy song on Midnights. I think it's fun. I think it's alright. It doesn't... Question just hits, but it doesn't hit. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I really like Question, and I will not skip it, but it's like, it comes on, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Question's instrumental isn't anything too crazy, but I do really like what she's talking about there. I really do like the idea of, it's a song about what ifs. And it's a song about what if you did this, what if you did that. And I kind of see it as, I may be wrong here, but she's asking her mans about these things, about like past relationships that he's been in. And she's like just curious about like, for herself to be like, what if this was happening to me, then I wouldn't have met you in any way. She's just like very curious, and I don't know, it's something like not a form of jealousy in there, it's another thing. Lyrically, for me, it hits deeper than I think for most people, honestly.
Yeah,
so that's why up there.
I really like that. I like that perspective. Well, this isn't a controversial take for you. Labyrinth. Labyrinth, I really did not like on my first listen.
Whoa.
I liked it. I didn't love it though.
Staring at a picture
What's the
of you?
Okay,
11,
so I said
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. I was like, Labyrinth is cute. Like Labyrinth now when I look at it, it's at that halfway point, and I dig it. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
Hi, Kevin.
it's cool. I
Lavender
actually
Haze sound.
have Mastermind there. Mastermind is cool and everything, and I really like that first swell of being like of the like showing what the song's about.
Yes.
Like being like, I plan to have us be
yes.
together. And like when that first happens, like but after that happens, then the song's kind of over. There's not another emotional beat after.
Yes, that I can agree with.
And
That's why it didn't make it all the way to the top for me.
Yeah,
That was we had the same thought. Cool.
number 10 for me is The Great War.
Okay.
I like The Great War being at that spot at number 10 because it's I just like kind of how she sets up the song, the imagery. It definitely sounds like something that could fit on Midnights, but I feel like it was on the deluxe just because they couldn't find a spot to put it. But having it on the deluxe makes it seem a little less important. It makes not less
I
important.
think it actually gives it a better opportunity to stand out because it's the first one.
Yes, I agree with that too. And it does work as an intro.
My number 10 is Lavender Haze. Love me some Lavender Haze. A really long time I've been trying to figure out what the fuck she meant by get it off your chest, get it off my desk. And I was like, I think this whole thing is about rumors and like what people keep saying about her and if
Like
she's
the
gonna marry her
headlines.
husband. So what I'm thinking is that like get it off your chest, like, you know, say what you want to say, spark your rumors, and then when it, you know, hits the tabloids, get that shit off my desk. That's how I interpreted it.
Number 9 for me is You're on Your Own, Kid. It's good, and I like it, and I like these are getting to the songs that I really like. I don't know why you looking like that. These are songs that I really like. I like that we're going over a couple places and that this feeling is kind of following her wherever she goes in life. And I think the song holds up for me because of that story and because of how much of a little universe it is. It's and you see that. It's very fun.
My number 9 is Mastermind. I really like Mastermind because I got distracted because I looked at Robert. My number 9 is Mastermind because, like you said before, like it's there. I really like the concept. I think it's very cute, very nice way to wrap up this album. We have so many love songs about Joe Alwyn, and they're all just so fun and exciting. I aspire to have a love like theirs in my life. The one part. What did you just say?
I want to.
So yeah, like the bridge is just like such a hard thing I think for you to admit, where it's just like.
Every damn we do, give a damn what people say.
It's locked. That's the type of thing that he's gonna see in like a week and be like, that's so embarrassing. All right.
Again, the bridge of Mastermind is so brutally honest, and I have so much respect for Taylor for, you know, having the balls to put that in a song, basically. I like that she admits that she works really hard and tries hard because she cares about us. You know, she works really hard to make fun little music videos, Easter eggs. Oh, you fucking cunt.
There's a reason I was like,
Anyway, I want to go on for Mastermind. I can't restart that thought again. Okay, number 8. I'm going to go first because this is a song that you've already said, and it's Karma is my number 8. I actually agreed with most of what you said when I had initially heard Karma, and I was like, yeah, and then I realized that this is a pop album, and pop music's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be, it can be analyzed deeply and appreciated and have some value, but I also sometimes tend to forget that pop music is supposed to be taken with a grain of salt at times, and it's supposed to be fun, and I think Karma is that in full form. Karma is a bop. Karma is a god. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is the cat on my...
My number 8 is Bigger Than the Whole Sky.
Yes.
Okay, I like that song because the little dun dun dun, the little like folklore part sounds like Zora's Domain in Zelda. It sounds so good, and that's honestly like I would listen to the whole song just for that part to hit. It sounds really good. Folklore is my favorite Taylor album, and
Mine too.
I think that calling back to that is what I like so much about it.
Yeah. Would've, could've, should've.
Okay.
Would've, could've, should've is a song I never thought Taylor would write, honestly. Well, it dropped at 3 a.m., and then I woke up at 4, because I just woke up, and I was like, oh yeah, that surprise thing happened. Let me go see what it was. And then I saw it was 7 new songs, so I was like, holy fucking shit, I'm gonna cry. And then everybody on Twitter was like, what up, shut up! Oh my god, she just charcoal broiled John Mayer! And I was like, holy fucking shit, I gotta listen to this song. Listen to it, really good. Lyrically, phenomenal. Melodies, alright. I don't love the chorus, but the lyrical content really, carries it through.
It's Anti-Hero at number 7. I think Anti-Hero is still good, but I feel like that there's some lines in there. I feel like people are gonna get tired of it real quick.
I agree with that. I actually was just thinking that, but I haven't gotten tired of it yet.
That's good.
But I fear I will.
I know that I will over time. I hate the sexy baby line. It honestly
everybody hates the sexy. I hate it.
It's the type of thing, and it's the type of thing and a lot of artists can have this where one line in the song like you can't get over. And I'm gonna try my best to get over that and not worry about it.
Do you know what helps me?
But it really is there, and it's annoying, and it's weird, and I feel like the chorus over time is going to lose its value for me too, but I do like how vulnerable she is, and I do like how everything sounds in this song, and I think it's a good song, but I don't think that it's as best as like everyone heard it and be like,
yeah.
I get what
it's the verses that carry that song.
I have Paris here, and I have Paris here
I'm hoping we get it. I want one of us to say the same song.
I have Paris here because I think Paris is, it sounds like a Carly Rae song. And it's so poppy there that I enjoy it so much, and I enjoy how it's her being like it starts off with all the drama shit going on, and like how everyone has always said, oh, she's so in drama, that's all she cares about, everything like that, and she's like, no, I'm in it, bruh. I don't give a fuck about what's going on right now, because she's like all this bullshit's going on, sister, ex-boyfriend, blah blah blah, and she's like, I don't care.
She's like, did you see the pictures from the party? No, I didn't.
I really like that whole aspect of the song, and I think that's her being conscious of being like, I know what people think about me.
My number 6 is Midnight Rain.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I know a lot of people love this song.
I like that song a lot.
The traction for this song really picked up after the first couple days, and I was kind of surprised that that's kind of becoming the GP non-single favorite. Everybody's loving Midnight Rain, and I love it too. I really reconsidered where I was ranking this before I made this video, and I'm going to stick with number 6 just because I just love every song in my top 5 a little more. Midnight Rain is good. I just wanted a little more depth, not lyrically, but like actually production-wise. I felt it was just the slightest bit spotty. If it had like one more good chorus in there, or just like it needed another connecting part to kind of finish it up. I don't like that it ends after the second chorus, and then there's like a little breakdown, the bridge, and then that's it.
Number 5 for me is Labyrinth. Labyrinth is fun, and it's Taylor being kind of experimental, which is weird. She's not breaking any boundaries here or anything. Like, she's very much following an experimental pop type of thing. But I do like how the swell is, and when we were listening to it, I remember I got excited off of it. I was like, where's this gonna go from here? And I do like, it gives a good feeling of swelling and being like, oh no. Like, not like scared, oh no, but like, oh no, I'm falling in love again.
My number 5 is Snow on the Beach. There's really not much to say about this song. Atmospherically, great. Lyrically, great. Lana, love her. Taylor, legend. My number 4 is Bejeweled.
Wow.
I spoke about how I was listening to Gorgeous in the shower last video. I was listening to Bejeweled in the shower, and that's usually where I'm like bopping my hardest. And I was listening to the Bejeweled, and I was listening to the last like minute and a half, like everything after the bridge, and it was just like pop fucking perfection. It is a pop perfection track. I'm gonna say it.
For number 4 for me, I have Question. I like Question a lot because of what I talked about when I talked with you. I was trying my best to defend that song because I do think that the what ifs and her having this kind of curious, if what my interpretation is right, and like her not exactly asking from another person's point of view, but her asking her man's about all these what ifs in his life and everything. Number 3 is Snow on the Beach for me. Snow on the Beach that's another song that creates such a world in it, and it's the first couple instruments that you hear. I mean, the Minecraft thing that we hear, it creates such this image with the weird snow on the beach image that you immediately connect something when listening to the song. You connect and see something when you hear the song, and I think Lana and Taylor on it both sound really good. I really like how it warps back and forth, and it's not as distracting as I thought it would be on multiple listens.
I was initially upset about Lana not being more prominent in Snow on the Beach, and the more and more I listened to it, the more and more I actually liked it better the way it was, because when you really break down what this album is about, this is a personal album. And I like that Taylor is throughout the whole song because it's about her 13 sleepless nights, not her and like maybe Lana coming over for a sleepover. You know, I like that Lana's there atmospherically with her and they do it together. My number 3 is You're On Your Own, Kid. I had such a hard time kind of like grappling what this song really was about. I thought it was about career for a moment. I thought it was about growing up. And it's actually about all those things. It's just the progression of how that phrase has been used throughout her life, which you picked up on instantly. And it took me like a week and a half to figure it out. It's only been a week. Less than. It's been like 4 days. It took me like days to figure that out. And you got on the first listen. And I was like, he was right. And it hit me. And it's the saddest song on the album, in my opinion. When you listen to the lyrics.
I like
really that. In depth. I think it is the saddest song on the album.
Number 2 is Midnight Rain. I'm kind of a sucker for the weird, I fucked up here. You were perfect in this relationship, and I wasn't. I wasn't buying Taylor as this. I don't know if she was kind of flipping the script a little, but I really like how in the back end of the album, or in the back end of the song, it's her being like, look at how happy he is. Look at how I think about him a lot. And he only thinks about me when he sees me doing this. She's like, I've changed so much, seemingly for like, she doesn't like how she's kind of changed, and he hasn't changed at all. He's such this like sweetheart that she feels like she just hurt him, and she's almost like questioning if he is happier than her right now, and if she didn't do all this, would she be happier?
It's almost like, did I make the wrong decision? Did I almost make the wrong decision?
Correct, but it's never directly saying that.
But it's like so
why
assumed,
I like
and it's not in your face. It's not on the nose. It's so like up to interpretation, which makes it really strong. I like that.
And the weird vocal chorus thing, I think, it's her kind of experimenting a little, and it sounds. I think it does work. I think all that with the song elevates it, and I really like that song.
My number 2 is Antihero. It's funny that I have this higher than Bejeweled when I don't think Antihero hits the pop formula as well as Bejeweled does. But Antihero, I just enjoy it more. For some reason, it hits for me. I really like it. I think a big thing that has come about in music since the pandemic, and a little before that even, is a lot of people are creating music about very personal things. See Kendrick Lamar's new album, see Adele's new album.
Very vulnerable.
Things like,
because they can be embarrassing.
Exactly, like My Little Love by Adele does that full form. And I think the big problem with albums like that is that they're so hard to listen to, and they have very poor replay value. Because I don't want to relive Adele's divorce trauma and her kid speaking in between verses and choruses. And while I love My Little Love, it's just a 6-minute cry fest, and I can't do that every time I listen to that song.
And that's the same thing for the Kendrick album. The Kendrick album is
so
is
heavy.
Kind of,
one of the heaviest, I think the heaviest album I've ever listened to.
And it's really painful to listen to at parts, not because of things sounding bad, but because of the topics, especially if you've ever had anything similar to that.
Exactly.
you've kind of been placed in that situation too. So you're right, and it's really hard to. I don't think that's a bad thing to have that, but if you're wanting an album that has replay value while also talking about that, that's tricky.
And
I think
that's
that
why
Antihero.
I say Antihero does that the best. It's got the formula down. It's ultra personal. It's got all these very touchy topics. We're talking about weight. We're talking about depression. We're talking about, everybody hating you. And if you watch the video, so good. You see it in full form.
And now we have the number one, the song that we both
unanimously
unanimously decided that Maroon is the best song on the album.
Hits so hard. I fucking love that song.
On the first second it hits.
You
so
liked
thick.
it right when you heard it too.
I know.
My favorite thing about Maroon is that it reminds me of a more kind of mature perspective on Red, the entire album, but more specifically the song.
Yeah.
Because I think it kind of highlights all the really good parts of a very toxic relationship, where it's like, the hickeys they saw on my collarbone, the rust that grew between our telephones, the lips I used to call home. There are these like little things that are just like so good, and they're like just like deep, specific, harsh memories on your heart and mind that are just so tough to swallow and just kind of, go past. And Maroon is kind of like this deeper, darker color of Red. It's like blood. It's deeper and more mature, and Red was so, upbeat, and it was, losing him was blue, but loving him was red. But like Maroon is like, you just left a real fucking legacy. And I think Maroon takes the topics of Red and puts it into a very mature perspective, and that's why I fucking dig it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Also, the last chorus is so good with the vocoder underneath.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the part of the song that I live for,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, and it's her voice, but underneath there's like this very like robotic-y, harsh, synthy voice underneath that repeats it, and it just sounds so good.
And it really is, for as thick as it sounds, it doesn't sound over dramatic at all.
Yes.
It really sounds perfect.
Says what it has to, goes.
And it creates a complete world. I'm glad that we agree on that.
Yes.
Well done. Well done. That was ranking every song on Midnights. What's your list?
Comment below.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Perfect.
That was a very cute video,
Thank you,
Kevin. I think
guys.
this will come out very nice.